my dear friends, welcome to Series English. My name is Antonia Ramacher and today we're going to discuss all these words, but mainly little, a little, few, a few. So these are quantifiers, meaning some. Now let's discuss the difference between little, few, a little, a few, and then we'll get down to all these ones. First, let's compare little and few. Little is used with uncountable nouns. What are these? These are nouns which are not usually plural. They don't have plural forms. They are not used with an indefinite article. These are abstract nouns or nouns defining some substances which cannot be plural. For example, milk. There's milk. It's a substance. You can't say one milk, two milks, three milks. Or love. You can't say one love, two loves, three loves. It's an abstract notion. It's, a feeling. Anyway, uncountable nouns are those which cannot be divided, which are considered as one piece, one thing. These are uncountable nouns. And little is used with them. Little time, little milk, little sugar, and so on. Now, few is used with countable nouns. They can be counted. 1 potato, 2 potatoes, 3 potatoes, 4, 5 potatoes, 6 potatoes, 7 potatoes, more. So, some things and objects which can be plural, there can be many of them, they are countable. And few is used with them. Both these words mean not as much or as many as may be expected or wished for. In this case, much is used with uncountable nouns, like little, and many is used with countable nouns, like few. So, both these words have a negative meaning. So you don't have enough of something. You have too little, too few. Not as much or as many as you want, as you need. A couple of examples. I have little free time. It's bad. It's negative. I have little free time. Not as much as I wish for. Drinking is one of my few pleasures. Well, really? You should know better than that. Anyway, it's just an example. Drinking is one of my few pleasures. So I have few pleasures. Not as many as I wish for, as I want, as I need. So, little and few can have quite a negative meaning. But if we add a little article to them, their meaning changes dramatically. So, a little is a small amount, and a few means a small number. But in this case, there is a smiley here because our attitude is positive. All right, yeah, it's a small amount, it's a small number, but it's okay. It's more or less satisfactory. It's more or less enough. He has a little money, so we can splurge. I want to buy a fur coat. No, a diamond ring. A little money is still a little money. it's okay, it's satisfactory, but it is still a small amount. Well, we can buy some food and some clothes, so it's enough, it's satisfactory. I have a few friends. Not so many, not 10, not 20, but I have a few, and they are good friends. So they are enough, more or less. But if we say he has little money, it's not enough. It's bad. I have few friends. I would like to have more. Would you like to be my friend? So here, a little, a few. The number, the amount is small, but it's not that bad. It's okay. Little, a little, few, a few can be used without a noun. Examples. She told me a little about herself. Here we talk about the situation when the noun is quite obvious from the context. She told me a little information about herself. How many questions do you have? A few. Here we understand a few questions. Little and few without the indefinite article are used less often without the noun. Little is known about this accident. Little did he realize that she cheated on him. Few voted for this candidate. So, little and few without the indefinite article, used alone without a noun, well, it's not very typical, and usually it is quite formal, official. Some advanced structures, like here with inversion. BTW, I have a class devoted to inversion with negative adverbials. You can check it out. Now, when do we use of after a little, a few, little, few? When after of we see articles, demonstratives, possessives, pronouns. Mix the butter with a little of the flour. You can read such a sentence in some recipes. A little of the flour. We have an article here. A few of her handmade jewels were fine. A few of her, a possessive pronoun, or actually a possessive adjective. Here, for example, we can omit a and say few of her handmade jewels were fine. So mostly her jewels are terrible, but few, it could be more, are fine. Were fine. A little can be an adverb of degree. It is more formal than a bit. I am a little busy here. Imagine that somebody walks in on you when you do not expect it, and you say, I'm a little busy here, okay? So as long as a little is an adverb, it can be used with adjectives, determiners, and even with other adverbs. I feel a little better. A little more free time will do you good. What a cute little baby! Little can be an adjective too. So, the baby is little and cute. Here we should differentiate little and small. I will devote a separate class to this topic. So, a little can be an adverb. And little can be an adjective. And the last thing I want to talk about today is comparative and superlative forms of these words. So little, less. If we compare something with something else, we can say that it is less scary, less beautiful, or there is less time left, something of the kind. And then there is least. So it is the least important, the least scary. So when something has the greatest amount of particular quality, well, you know, superlative, then few, fewer, fewest. So this is the superlative form and this is the comparative form. However, what is lesser? To tell you the truth, I don't hear this word very often. I have heard it perhaps a couple of times. It's not very popular in English. It's used very seldom. And it is very formal. Generally, as long as I understand, it is used together with a noun. So there should be a noun. Less can be used alone. So we can skip the noun after it. Or there's just an adjective after it. Or we can use it alone. While lesser is used only with nouns. And it means not as large, important, or of such good quality. For example, we can say to a lesser extent. It's a set expression. To a lesser extent. In terms of crime, we can say a lesser crime, a lesser sentence. So, a lesser sentence is a smaller punishment, something like this. So when we talk about something smaller, not that important, not as large, not of such good quality. We can also say a lesser amount. A lesser amount of money was spent on the military service this year. I seriously doubt it. I've noticed one more thing. We can say lesser known. One more example. Archery is one of his lesser known skills. Still, after lesser, we have a noun. Skills. Well, there is known between, but still the noun is there. Or, less known are his archery skills. Here, after less, there's no noun. I mean, less is not connected with a noun directly. We have just less known, and that's it. We can change the word order and say, his archery skills are less known. There's no noun. So, that's it. I hope that you know this little devil word a little bit better, but remember that it's not used very often. Anyway, that's it. I hope that now you have a better understanding of these little words here. Little, a little, few, a few, and you will not be confused if you see them again somewhere, or you hear them, or you need to use them in your speech. Keep studying English, keep studying Russian. Do not forget to like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I hope to see you in my next videos. Happy English and Russian practice. Bye-bye. To tell you truth. I don't hear this word very often. Sorry.